Morning, morning. 3, 4. Everything should be good. Quick sound check. Good morning, afternoon. Yeah, we're good. Right, let's sort these charts out, shall we? Gosh. Good afternoon, Pete. There we go. Rightio. Get rid of that. Oh, got it. Honestly. There we go. Right, we're good. How we all doing? Hmm. Interesting. This looks like a better day. Going on here. Apologies, I was a bit late. I ended up ripping me. I don't know if you can see it, but I ripped my finger open. I ripped my finger off on a bit of glass at work, so I was trying to sort that out before I come on. But we'll deal with that later. I run out of time. Yeah, man, all good. We got waiting for the payout on that today. That's already been well, it's in the process. I won't be trading that. So only the 2 accounts today. Got some money back and made some on the pro account yesterday. In the afternoon, I have previous day's point of control around 6808 area, but you got it as have I done it wrong? Previous day's POC. Well, no, it seems alright. Got previous day's POC. Previous day's POC. Yeah, man. As long as we got them lines on there, I'm not that fussed. I don't know what's going on there. Everything seems to be alright though. Yeah, we got the overnight profile here. Is that alright? Yeah. Through to 9:30. Overnight's POC. 6808. Previous. I have PD POC around the 6808. No idea, bud. Are you on micros at all? Could be that. We've not changed contracts. We're still on ESZ. Yeah, of course we are. December. Oh man, I've got a bit of an ear infection as well, man. It's killing me. Yeah, micros. Yeah, that'd be why, bud. That will be why. Oh, see if we get a nice tap off there. We're going to wait it out. I've only just jumped on. Not going to jump into anything yet. No doubt it'll play out now, though. Yeah, 100%, mate. It'll be different. 100%. Completely different market. Pretty much. Orders-wise, anyway. Volume-wise. Afternoon, straight to the tick. Welcome, buddy. Slight push through. Where are we going to go? Is it going to be another sell-off day? Oh man, I'm feeling tired, bro. Need another $2,100 to make pro on this account, buddy. Aggressive today, man. Yeah, I thought I'd jump on a little bit later anyway. I know my finger was playing up, but I can't even press the keyboards. Fucking, it's killing me, man. That hurt, that did. Nice shard of glass, went straight down, sliced straight into it. Lovely. Let price develop, then jump in, otherwise see trades all day. Yeah. Well, I mean, I wouldn't say C. We got some, well, if we're going off the edges, I suppose, yeah, of course you're right. But I mean, we could potentially get some B, maybe even an A off of here. We can try and hypnotize ourselves a little bit. Just trust it. We take a B with an extra confluence. There is news at 10 AM. Lovely. Yeah, we'll stay away for a bit, man. But I'm not too fussed today. It's only the evals, going to be playing around with them, waiting for that payout on the pro account. So not going to touch that today. Tested out a little bit of a new thing last night. Just because of the way the market was, obviously, you know, when we jumped in and took that gamble and ended up making the 2K. I was kind of playing around with that last night, trying to follow price instead of trying to look for the reversals as such. And I had some pretty good luck with it last night when I was in the bath on my phone as well. So I ended up making like $750, I think, on the pro account with a few trades. Which brought me back into profit and an extra 500. So yeah, I'm going to pull a little payout from that. And yeah, hopefully have a play around again. Yeah, just market obviously was playing around yesterday, and you know what we did off of that, we just had some huge continuations, so I tried to play around with it. That's why you see down here I had that 3-point trail, so I was literally just tightly trailing the trades because it was just so aggressive, just, you know, just trailing it up and making some good profit. I lost a few, don't get me wrong, it was a lot of trades. Just a one, obviously the majority of them, but even if you didn't use the wins were massive, so it was pretty good. Just one contract, nice and easy, just following it up, still using volume profile but just chasing price instead of waiting for it and waiting for that bounce, because it was just pushing through. I mean, was it overnight point of control yesterday? Just obliterated it every time. Like, it just didn't even think, you didn't even need to have it on the screen. It just was pushing straight through it. There was no reaction. So yeah, I was just chasing it from top to bottom basically, and it did it over and over again. And Pete's here, isn't he? Is Pete here? Sure, Pete's here. I'm pretty sure I see him. You know, when I jumped off and you had value area high, I think it was, you was waiting for it to hit that, and then you had that beautiful bounce like to the tick. I don't know if you watched it for longer after that, but it just kept just like consolidating, but like a large consolidation range, like, you know, really good volume up and down, I just kept catching it up. I just kept catching it off of that, just kept going up with it, and just kept going up, and then I realized where the top was. I was coming back down, but I was getting a bit greedy with the stop loss. I kept trading it too early and getting stopped out. But I mean, that was amazing for doing that last night. With Cam's system, I modified it for my liking. Can't scalp 1 minute chance, too much noise. 5 minute rejection off high value nodes. Oh, why does it keep doing that? And low value nodes. Low fucking volume nodes. To POC is a good spot for me. Yeah, man, 100%. I mean, that's pretty much what he teaches anyway, man. Yeah, I mean, obviously, yeah, apart from the 5 minute. I mean, like I said, as long as you get your levels drawn out, it doesn't matter. Just draw them out in the 1 minute, and then you can go on fucking an hour chart if you really want to. Yeah, fair play, man. Like I said, he's only laying the base for you. That's his personal, you know, that's his personal way of doing it. It's probably, I would say, more designed. I mean, I'm not speaking for him. I don't know if this is true, but just from what he says in his videos, and obviously, you know, he mainly trades Asia. So, you know, we've already had the larger, you know, 8 points, 10 points, I think he went up to with New York. So, yeah, man, lay the foundation, and then, you know, build the house however you want it. Yeah, huge push through there, man. Get a nice touch up at value area high for a nice rejection. Or is it just going to push through like it did yesterday? Let's see how this holds up long term, but 1-to-1 is best to do. Helps build confidence, like how you were on hot streaks. But yeah, man, 100%. I should really just be going back to doing that. I was very, very strict for that first 2 weeks, I think it was. Very strict. But I think I just caught it perfectly. The conditions were perfect. I mean, we were getting, you know, it was like barely any drawdown, like 1 or 2 tick drawdowns, most trades. It was almost too easy. Like I was getting too confident, if anything. It was just sort of thinking, oh, fuck me, this is it. Just, you know, I'm just going to start smashing it. But yeah, man, I got humbled real quick. But we'll get there. I said for the minute, I'm just happy with a few extra $100 a week in my pocket. And then working on these evals, I'll get these up, and then I'll get some more, and then we'll try and just max these out. I think having 5 there was putting way too much pressure. Kept like trying to, you know, pushing into. I would have definitely, if I had 5 accounts, I would have been in that trade. Already took a loss for the day. You know what I mean? It was too much because I was trying to get all the, you know, trying to do too much in one sit. Yeah, but that's what I mean with the evals. I can go a little bit more aggressive as well. I am now being called a scammer on YouTube as well, apparently. I don't know. I know some of you boys in the groups here, but yeah, we've had the first negative comments. Yeah, £1,500 it is to reset my 150k pro account. Fuck that. Not well. I mean, it is worth it, but. Not sure what you're selling to be a scam. I know, that's what I was thinking. I've got, it's just shorts and my live streams. I haven't even got a recorded video on there apart from the live streams, if you want to count that. Ridiculous. I don't know. Some people are strange, aren't they? Very negative. Very negative. I'm not going to slag them off. That's up to them, man. You know, they're not doing too well in the trading game. It's not even a case of working hard. I don't think you have to work hard to be a good trader, really. It's just discipline, isn't it? You've either got it or you ain't. I don't really have the discipline, that's for sure, but I can work on it and get it as best as I can for my mindset, but I'm definitely never going to be that guy. I can't imagine, I mean, never say never, but I don't think I'll ever be the, you know, the guy making how-to videos, that's for sure. It's just not really in me to be, I don't know. Maybe if I understand it fully, but yeah, I don't think I'd have the, you know, the way Cammy does it with the videos and stuff. I just don't think I have that in me to do that. It's not, you know, it's a lot of work, and I'm just not very good at it. I mean, if AI comes in good, we'll get that to make a few videos, and I'll just be the voice and the face. But all I'm interested in is getting this on there keeps me more disciplined. Helps others if we're winning. And it's good to watch back for, man. I love watching the shorts of the wins and the losses. I really like it. Like, it's almost like the same thrill as when I was taking the trade. You know what I mean? It's kind of nice. Like that one the other day, that 500 in 3 minutes. That was I keep watching it. Like, it makes my hairs go on end. It's quite nice. That was a fucking good trade. That was. I liked that one, man. Would you consider a short off of previous day's value area high? C rated as only one confluence. Also, do you have a grading scale of risk, or are you just using one contract? That's a damn good question, because a few weeks ago I was running it. C rated was one contract, B was two, A was three. But C rated trades a few weeks ago, as you boys can probably remember, they were playing out really well, but B's and A's weren't. They were just getting pushed through, which was so strange, and that was going on for about a week or two. So I kind of just now, I'm just kind of, I've got 2 accounts, so I can, potentially take like, multiple trades on them a day now. It depends how I'm feeling, man. In this sort of condition where we're sort of in between everything and what's been happening over, yesterday as well and the day before, I'm just going to stick to the one contract, I think. And if I'm feeling confident because we're getting these nice big pushes, I'm probably going to trail rather than add the extra contract and try and get out on the few points. So we'll trail it. We'll leave our stop loss at the take profit until we get a nice energized push. And then if we see a reversal, we'll drag that stop loss down or just exit, so we can pull some extra profits and keep the risk, comfortable. For C trades, to trade within a range of previous day's value area high could be risky if it's within 30 minutes of market open. Yeah, a few weeks ago C's were popping. Guess why over time C's aren't that worth it? Yeah, 100%, man. But yeah, I mean, you just depends. If you're, looking at it long term, if you've got a diary and you're jotting everything down, which you should be anyway, I suppose, but I don't do it. If you're looking to see what's going to happen at the end of this year and the end of next year, then I would say take every valid trade you see, win or loss, and do the same thing over and over again, same contract size, and then look at the consistency at the end of year 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But obviously, if you're obviously just going to stick to one thing, nothing's ever going to change. Can't really guarantee that. You're always going to think, oh, maybe I should add this in. That's going to ruin your consistency. You got to start again. So, it's hard really, isn't it? What you're going to do, but I don't know. For me, I like looking. I look at these trades, like even C trades and stuff like this. Like, I see that we got a decent C. We could get a nice reversal. Probably will, because I'm not going to enter it. Obviously, I know we got news coming out. It's just about now. It's probably going to fly somewhere now anyway. But I'm looking at that like it could easily push through that. So is it a C I even want to get involved in? Not really. But then, like, if you don't and it wins or loses, again, it's ruining your consistency on the strategy you're trying to, figure out what the consistency is going to be. Obviously, I know you can go through back testing and do it that way, but that's a lot of graft. And I just don't think it's the same. I feel like the results are just a little bit too good sometimes with the back testing, man. Because it's not, it goes in minutes as such, so you don't get the fluctuations of candle, you don't have that fear. It's very easy. Like I've tested a lot on back testing, like FX replay and stuff, and you think, oh, this is easy, this is great. You go on live markets, it just doesn't work. Not this strategy, but you know what I mean, like in the past and stuff like that. So yeah, going back to the question, I've steered off a little bit there, but yeah, just one contract for me now. But I'm not in a rush. I've got one pro account. I ain't in a rush. I've done what I needed to do. I'm just going to take it easy now. I keep getting aggressive, trying to blow accounts all the time, and well, not trying to, but ends up blowing them, trying to make them. I'm just going to chill out, man. Take it easy. Look for some decent setups. Try and take some nice trades. See what happens. We've had a perfect tick touch as such off of here. So what are we looking at on the top of this candle? Same thing over the board. Be an area to look for. Must be a node or something there in a previous profile, guys. Yeah, some tight areas today. What other systems have you tried? Would you say Volpro is the... Yeah, 100%, man. 100%. Absolutely, mate. I've never... Like I was saying yesterday on the stream, like, this is the first thing I've done where straight away it clicked and I had no... Like, it just clicked straight away. I had no bother. I was like, fuck me, I've got it straight away. And I went to pretty much earning money the next day. You know, passed a few accounts. Obviously got this one up, took profit. You know, I've had a few payouts and stuff now. It's good, man. But yeah, 100%, man. Volpro has been... Well, it's not... Yeah, I mean, obviously I know Volpro is Cami, but obviously, you know, rather than say the group, it's Cami, really. He's you know, and I said it to him as well. He fixed me. Definitely fixed me. 100%, man. And others as well. Bradley Worthington, you have a job outside trading, question mark. The UK is a tricky place to be trading the AM time zone wise. Yeah, no, I do have a job, mate, but I'm very, very lucky. My job, I've already been to work today. Got home about 11:30. I'm very lucky. I get, you know, I couldn't ask for a better. I mean, I get paid really good money. I get home super early most days. Very rarely I get home. I mean, if I get home now about 3 o'clock, that's a late day for me, really. Yeah, man, I'm very fortunate, and I do. I've been in times where I didn't appreciate it, and I've left and gone and worked a real job, and it's shit, and it ruins your life, and you just got nothing. It sucks the life out of you. You know, the way the system's designed to just suppress you, to stop you from, you know, making it. They just want, you know, send you to school, develop the factory workers, and then send you out there in the world to basically kill you off slowly so you don't get your pension. That's a bit of a negative thing to say, but unfortunately it's true. Yeah, luckily, man, I fell into my job once I left the army, and yeah, I've been doing this for 5 years now. Dry riser, I'm a fire safety engineer, and I'm very fortunate, man. Yeah, it supports my trading extremely well. I get to pretty much trade New York every single day if I want to. Sometimes even sort of mid-morning London session as well. Don't really trade London, very rarely. If I do, it's normally like trailing stuff, like slower stuff. Yeah, man, got that job. What other systems have you used? Oh, sorry, I've already read that one. Definitely clicked for me today. Got into free trades with Cam System 2-to-1. Yep, very nice, man. That's decent. Good trades, buddy. Works well with gold during Asian times. Yeah, I can imagine, mate. I don't touch gold. Not yet, anyway. I'll probably come down to micros for gold, but I will be looking into that soon. Definitely will be looking into that soon. Yeah, for sure, man. Any advice for starting out with volume profile? Stick to A and B trades, for example, or take everything you see. God, that might be a little bit past my pay grade, buddy, but I'll do my best. You want my personal opinion? Going back to what we was talking about a minute ago. You've thrown me off. It depends on what you're trying to do. Obviously, everyone's trying to make it. I'm not ruling that one out. Obviously, no one's doing this just for fun. If you're looking at long-term consistency, then really, I suppose you've got to take not every single. I mean, you can't just keep constantly just taking every single trade. If you're up on all your accounts, then turn your PC off and go enjoy your day. Because you're trying to simulate how it's going to be when you know, get to the point where you can do that anyway, full time. You're living, you know, you might be making $5,000 a trade. You're not just going to keep taking extra trades every day. Do you know what I mean? It's not worth it. It's not worth doing that. But if you're trying to find out some sort of consistency and actually learn it really deeply, and you want to know over a year's period, then I'd probably say yeah. And then obviously you got to write everything down, journal it, CAB, confluences, what you did wrong, what you did right, what you think could be better, da-di-da-di-da. But if you're just getting into it and you want to learn and get confident, you're trying to get funded, and you're trying to, you know, get a payout, you're new in the field as such, I'll probably say, yeah, stick to the B and A. That's what I did for the first, well, the boys would say, do you know what I mean? The first 2-3 weeks I started trading this strategy, volume profile, Cammy's version of volume profile. I was doing just A and B setups. missing. We was watching all them C's go by as well, and they were all playing out lovely. So I missed out on even more profit, to be fair. And I didn't have a losing day for nearly 3 weeks, and I think it was 3 weeks and 2 days. I think because it was that Thursday, if I remember rightly. I think Pete will know. I think it was the Thursday. It all went to hell, which was a shame. But yeah, man, stick to them A and B setups until you've learned it fully, because and try and look for extra confidence. You might think it's a C, but there could be something in previous areas, an extra node that you can try and call it a B. You might have your entry here, and the node can be down here somewhere, and you could miss the entry. There's other things to factor in, but yeah, man, just try and stick to the highest probability trades would probably be my personal opinion. I didn't even see that trade play out then. Shit, I've completely missed that. Yeah, try and keep the high probability going. You're gonna make you a lot more confident. You don't want to get sucked into too many losses too early. For sure. Oh damn, I actually missed that. I didn't even see that when I was too busy talking. Any advice? What is it you do, if you don't mind sharing, of course? Yeah, sorry. So I don't know if I said, but I'm a fire safety engineer, so I just sort of test fire safety systems. In short, it's nothing too special, but not like fire brigade or nothing. Just sort of systems that they use. Can't give financial advice, but just trade how you feel. Yeah, man. Just stick to the strategy. I mean, he teaches it well. I don't know if you're in the course, but if you aren't, I'd definitely recommend it. That's for sure. London sessions are hit or miss for me. Yeah, man, 100%. I feel like with London, it's like really slow. Well, I'll draw it out actually, but it tends to be like look really slow in one direction, and then it comes back down, or blah de da de da, and then all of a sudden you get that, and it's like fuck, I've just missed it. I've missed something, or I got in here and the trade was playing out a beautiful trail, and I've just got all this slippage as well because something's happened. Things like that. So yeah, I'll try and stay away from London personally. I'll still have a look, and you can catch some really nice tight trails, but I wouldn't leave like full stop losses and like ICT sort of stuff when you're just sitting there waiting for shit to play out for long periods of time. No way, not worth it. Ninth bounce off New York high volume node, but that would be a C. Yeah, decent trade, but I know I said I missed it. I probably wouldn't have got into it anyway, sitting there thinking about it. But looking what happened. This is a replica, pretty much, of what happened yesterday. And look what happened yesterday. So chances are we're going back up here again. So if we're looking at very close history, i.e. yesterday. Yeah, nearly at TP there, guys. If anyone's in that. Pete's gone quiet, so I can imagine he's in there. I bet Pete's in that trade. It's a few ticks off. Oh, I had it 1-to-1. Oh, there you go. Oh, did you do a shorter? 5 points. Yeah, nice, bud. Yeah, good trade, mate. Barely any drawdown there. What's that? 2 points? Yeah, 2 points. Nice, man. Decent trade, a little bit scary. Pete must be making some serious dollars. He's always in them trades. You don't leave no trades. Every time I start fucking with the trades mid-trade or going for more than 1-to-1, it causes mayhem in my head. Yeah, that's why I like them tight trails. As soon as I got that trail and I'm in about 100 or 150 profit, I'm just chilled. I can just chill out then. It doesn't bother me. But yeah, that first sort of initial, yeah, I get it, man. But yeah, decent 8-point trade. This one, push down to, yeah, there you go, perfectly, man. That'd been a nice little start. But I was going to say just before that, potential bounce off of the current value area high, a further push to the upside. I'm pretty pissed I missed that now. Oh well. I'm just here to watch. Lost many accounts at US Open. I'll stay away for a bit. Damn, son, how much are you risking? You need to nip that in the bud, man. You sound like my old self. Ain't no good for your bank. been trading a system that looks really specific, looks for really specific confirmations, so it's quite difficult to switch to Vol Pro, where we are just playing levels. Yeah, I mean, if that's your personal, I mean, I find it so simple. Yeah, it's strange for me. I find it such a simple thing to use. I mean, you can't really go wrong. You know, it's a good 7 or 8 times out of 10 you get a very good reaction off of all of these levels. It might push through and stuff. They're not, you know, they're never going to be perfect, but when you actually look what they're written from, what they're developed from, you know, this is a huge area, and it's, you know, it's pretty precise. We didn't get a lot of push through at all. You know, barely any drawdown. It's just normally the POCs that don't tend to react. It's weird. They either go mental, or they just get folded and they just get pushed straight through. So I kind of try to stay away. I'll use them as a confluence on top of other things close by, like this, for example. But yeah, you know, sometimes it's that gonna drag out a little bit. Yeah, there you go. Just watch Lew and see how he trades. Others from the school group will jump in with their input too. Yeah, 100%, man. I mean, yesterday was a bit of a one-off. We took some gambles, but they played out in the end. But we don't normally do that. It's just a bit of a. It was just a bit of a. It's a bit of a crazy market right now. This is literally exactly what happened yesterday as well. So could be seeing another day like yesterday. Huge lot of continuation. Could take the buy off a value area high, but I don't know, man. I think I'm gonna wait out a little bit, wait for it to calm down a little bit, and see if we're gonna set in one direction like we did yesterday. We might try and see if we can catch some sort of continuation. Again, I know it's not the strategy, but I've got to do what works. Yeah. Nothing even with the old strat really either. Suppose you had this trade here. This would have been my old strategy. That would have been a nice win. That was perfect. Perfect trade, that one. Yeah, decent. But anyway, let's not get confusing. Let me turn that off. No need to show that. It's old news, that stuff. I think we all do gambling with eval account. Get that close to consistency roll, and then once become pro, super consistent. Yeah, 100%, man. I'll try and be real disciplined with the pro accounts. That's for sure. Yeah, beautiful bounce off previous days. Value area high now in hindsight. That was amazing. What a trail that would have been. Yeah, I would have done a trail on that personally. I think I'm leaning more towards trailing now. Just squeeze so many more profits. You know, up to a 1 to 12 right now. What was even a 1 to sorry, 9 points, not 1 to 9. You know, we're up at 9 points now. Point of control's come up, so I probably would be a bit scared now. But I would just, if I was in this trade, I would just be, you know, I normally put my stop loss behind every flat candle. So obviously, you know, you start there. Obviously, here's a bit different, so I'd be here now. I'd be behind every flat candle. But for learning and stuff, I mean, you know, what I did a few weeks ago was just, but it might have just been a bit of a fluke. But you know, the if you watch the first few streams, they were pucker. They were really good. They were so precise. Like everything played out so fucking well. It was unbelievable. Very strict, just 1-to-1s, 5 points, bang bang, but just one after the other, bang 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 bang. It was just so good, just so many wins. I had 5 accounts as well, and I pretty much nearly passed them all until it all sort of fell to shit about 3 weeks in. It was just, yeah, it was amazing, man. It got a bit scary when I got into the pro stage, so obviously I ended up losing a few accounts and stuff like that. And out of all them 5, I've only actually got 1 now, which is a shame. But I had multiple different sizes. I had 2 25s, I had 2 50s, and a 150. I had, up until, what was it, Monday, I think I blew me 150 account. No, that was last week, sorry. Can't remember what account. Yeah, last week, sorry, that was, yeah, I blew the 150. I just went all in on one trade, 15 contracts. And it's a shame because the trade actually played out. But where it was so, obviously so many contracts, I got stopped out before before I even got to my stop loss. So yeah, it's just my own. Got too greedy. I should have done 10 contracts and I would have fucking made some serious money, that's for sure. If you make decent money in pro account, would you reset? No, God, no. No. I feel like, probably, no, I don't think I would. I don't need to. If you're making consistent money, you know you can consistently win. So what's the point, man? If for 500 quid for a 50k account, I'd rather buy another 5 accounts. You know what I mean? Yeah, nah, not really. I'm not interested. I have done, don't get me wrong. My first few that I passed ages ago, before Volpro. I reset them multiple times like a dick. Couldn't have done that. Wasted like $2,000. Reset and blew them all again anyway. It was stupid. In my head, I was like, surely I'm just gonna bang one out in one good trade and then make money. And yeah, don't do it. You shouldn't be blowing accounts anyway, is the way you got to look at it. So you shouldn't theoretically have to even worry about that. What size do you prefer? 50Ks. I think the 50Ks are good, man. I've never had 100K, so. But yeah, resetting the pro accounts. The 50Ks are only 500. I say only, but they're $500. 150K was 1,500. 25K's 500. Yeah, man, I've had a lot of accounts. I'll show you actually. I'll show you at some point. I'll show you just my take profit. There's fucking loads in there. But going back to what I was just saying, like, about me even trailing this, even if I was trailing this, what the fuck is going on there? Alright, so say if I did get in here, yeah. So I trailed this down, right? Even if I did, so, you know, price push down past here, I'd have had my stop loss here. Trailed it down, we had it here. All right, fair enough. I would have made an extra point on that trade rather than just taking the 8 point. Not even a point. So you got to take that into consideration as well. Is it worth it, or do you just want to take them safe basics and keep your mind free for the next one? Do you know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard when people say, "Would you do this? Would you do that?" Because it's so personal. You know, no two minds are really the same. Might be similar, but they're not the same. It's just what works for you, man. I think, you know, when people say it's a mental game, and it really is, you just got to figure out what works for you, man. If you're happy to sit in there and watch price just, you know, 1 minute you're in profit, next minute you're not, oh, nearly got stopped out, oh, nearly got the win, and if you're cool with that, then, you know, fair play, you've got a decent mind for trading. But for me, I like quick. I like being in and out, and it's like, oh, I've either lost and I haven't had time to process and think about, oh my God, I'm going to lose. Or I've won and it's like, sweet, I've done it. Do you know what I mean? On to the next one. I like that. In and out. Nice and quick. We'll call it the Mike Tyson style. You know what I mean? We don't want to be dragging them 12 rounds out. No way. Get it done. Get in, get out. That seems to work better for me. Some people prefer, you know, if you look at like ICT stuff and just other strategies, you know, some of their trades are going on all day. For one, they're looking for them all week, and then they might have a trade that might not win, and it's going on for hours. Even if it's going on 15 minutes, that's like, I couldn't sit there and watch it for 15 minutes. You know, consolidating, and it kills me. I tilted 2 days ago with pro account, 150k. It was 156. Blew it after a shit. Fucking hell. Yeah, man. It's cruel. It's a cruel world, man. Well, I'll stick to the A's and sessions. I don't think it's the sessions, buddy. I think you're just risking, by the sounds of it, just way too much. Way too much, man. Bring that risk down. Just try for a week. Maybe not this week. If you blew a few accounts, and do you know what? When I had a big problem with blowing accounts a little while ago, before I come on to Vol, and it was do you know what? It was the reason that I found Volpro, actually. Well, the reason I found Cammy's channel, should I say? I was just blowing accounts left, right, and centre with Apex, and I just couldn't deal with it no more. I know they're only 13 quid or whatever it works out as in England, so it's pretty decent. But regardless, I was just blowing account after account, and I was just so negative, and I was just like, what is going on? I hate trading. I'm sick of this, but I'm in too deep. I made myself take an entire month off, day to day, 31 days. I took 31 days off. And I come back and I've had some bad days, don't get me wrong. Obviously, I have some days, like even like yesterday, that could have gone wrong. I was a few ticks away from blowing that account, that eval, but obviously, luckily, it bounced back. Don't get me wrong, I've had some bad days still, but nothing like I was before. I was going into trading just so negative. Like I was like, I'm gonna just fuck it. I'm just gonna go max contracts. Who cares? Do you know what I mean? And that, if you're in that mentality, you might not be, but you sit down and ask yourself seriously, are you in that mentality right now where you just think, fuck this? And if you are, maybe just take a week off. And I mean, don't even look at YouTube. Don't look at anything to do with trading. Just do nothing. Go and enjoy your life for a week. Go to the gym. I don't know. Do anything. Just do something else for a week. And if you still feel a bit shit about it, do another week. It took me a month. And then I come back. I found Cammy's channel. Started watching it. It was about 2 or 3 weeks in. I found his channel. So I started watching it for a week or two. But I said to myself, I ain't doing it until the end next month. I'm not starting trading until the next month. And then I bought his course. And then the next day, I was pretty much online making money. And then within a week, I was streaming. Pretty much. So, and so far, you know, touch wood, been going pretty well. So, yeah, been doing pretty well, man. I tried Russell's too. Definitely worth it. Trying new futures pair. I don't even. Oh, right. Okay. Yeah, man. Try and stick to one thing for a while. TG1, in and out type of guy, I see. Yeah. I'll stick to micro gold and MES. I mean, yeah, you could do, but you're still going to over leverage if you want to, can't you? You can still do the same amount of trades, but just try it. Oh, just try for a, you know, even if you're not going to stop trading for a while, maybe just have the rest of the week off. You know, it's 2 days. Have a nice weekend. Come back Monday and just force yourself to do one contract. Jesus, we don't want that on the screen. There's me blabbing about one contract. It's got 6 up there. Just do one contract trades, base hits, 1-to-1s, 5, 8 points, whatever you desire. Just do it for a week and see how you feel, because it'll make your head feel stronger. Even if you lose, at least it ain't going to be a massive hit. And also as well, you sound like you're using huge accounts. Go down to a 50k, man. That's what I found the problem was with the 150ks. It's too much money flying around. Way too much money. Everything seems so far away, and it makes you overconfident and underconfident with your wins and losses, because you feel overconfident because you feel like you can over leverage on the contract size because you think the stop loss is so far away. But you also feel like you need to do that because the take profit is so fucking far away as well. So just take some time off, man. Get yourself a couple of 50ks for the same price as one 150k. Buy 3 accounts, buy 3 50ks, you've got the same amount of money. And just do one contract. What's that? That's fucking 12 trades. You need 12 trades to win. If you're doing 5-point trades, you need 12 trades to pass that account. That's it. 12 trades, 12 wins. Yeah, so if you average that out of a couple losses, you're looking at maybe 15 to 17, maybe 20 trades if you're unlucky. That's still 20 trades. That's not a lot. You can do 2-3 trades a day on each account. Do you know what I mean? That's not a lot, even if you copy trading them, but I wouldn't suggest that, to be honest, if you're in that kind of mindset. But grab yourself a few 50s. Do the same thing every day for a week. If it works, do it for the next week, do it for the next week, and you'll have all of them accounts passed by the end, within a month, I would say. And that's kind of what I'm trying to do now. I know it's hard because I didn't even do that yesterday. I went crazy on one of the accounts. I lost a lot of money. All right, I got it back, but you know, regardless, I slipped out of my strategy, my plan, should I say? Yeah, man, just stick to one thing. You can't keep changing things, and I'm saying this to myself as well. Can't keep changing things every single day because it didn't work yesterday and blah da da da, and then say something's not consistent, or you know, just stick to one thing for a month or a week, or just try and stick. I know it's hard, man, because I'm guilty. I don't do it. But yeah, I think just trying to even, you know, Pete's in all of these trades that I missed. Pete's like, yep, done it. Took the 1-to-1 or took a loss. Like that in itself is good because he's not scared. It doesn't sound like he's scared going into him. He's probably just taking base hits as well. You know, probably 1 or 2 contracts max. I know he's on MES. That's another thing as well. Even if one contract's too much, go down to micros, and I've even taken that into account for myself. Maybe go down to micros and half even that. Just do half a contract. You know, losing $125. Imagine how many more trades you'd get into in a day, and over a consistency period of this being at least a 7. I mean, on a bad month, this is probably 70% win rate. So you're still going to be well up. Do you know what I'm saying? My month October was like that. Every loss annoyed the absolute S out of me. Yeah, man, 100%. Def, it's mental. I'll size down once I get my 2 pro accounts. Also, clean house, clean mind for trading. Summer's journaling. Cam system is an edge. Yeah, 100%, man. Yep, totally why I'm here, to see you live and not trade. Haha. See the progress. Yeah, 50k is prob worth it. Yeah, 100%, man. Same here, trying to get to the point to copy trade. I got the copy trader program ready too, but I have 2 pro accounts to validate it. Do you not use Tradovate then? I just do it on Tradovate. Peter Hunt, I'm on ES, only micros on gold. Yeah, nice. All micros for me, easier to manage. We have 70% win rate, so take them all. Exactly. You know, theoretically, I should be taking this one now, but do you know what? I'm not gonna. Oh, fuck it, actually. No, what am I saying? I will take this. I'll wait for it to push through. 2750. Get in now. The field. Too loud again. We're going to get in and we're going to take a 350 stop. And a 350 win. This will probably be the one that loses. That's just my luck, isn't it? We'll see. But yeah, man, consistency's right. Pete's got it down to a T there, man. Them win rate's high enough, bud. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I'm getting some good rejections off there now. Value area high is playing out nice. See a nice push down. Coming down to TP. If he was at 5 points, you're nearly out. Yep, 5 points done. Gonna just push for that extra few points. And coming down to our TP, hopefully. Not far off. Just need that extra little push. I'm going to bring our TP down to stop loss down to break even. Don't want to see that go back up, really. Oh, it's getting aggressive. Might get ready to jump out of that 5 point mark. We'll bring that back down. Maybe just at 300. Just take a little bit off the table. Get back down to that 5 points. There we go. Good trade, man. Nice trade. Good trade. Yeah, beauty trade. Exactly the same play out as the last one. Absolutely perfect. Well called. I just need to make sure that actually got recorded. Yeah, cool. That 2k win yesterday, I didn't actually record it. A rank, I would assume. No, but that would... You could call it a B. Oh, yeah, do you know what? We'll call it... We'll say it's a B. We'll say a B. You know, value area highs there. It wasn't the initial value area high, which is good. I don't tend to count. So when we first come up to here, and value and price pushed value area high to this high, I don't count that as an extra confluence at that time. That's just my personal preference. I don't know what Cammy's take on that is. I would, you know, take his over mine, obviously, any day. This is his strategy. This was a C to me, 100%. But now that we've had the retest back up to there, and I mean tick for tick as such, pretty much at the time, I would, you know, you could class that as a B or a C with an extra confluence. And that is a B, but you know what I mean. Like it's got an extra defense, so it's a safer C trade. That's the way I look at things. I get a bit funny with it, but yeah, regardless, man, great trade. I'm part of the Volpro team. Thanks for sharing this lives. I'm a person that learnt from watching more than reading. This is actually very helpful. Yes, 100%, buddy. I appreciate that anyway. But more importantly, I'm exactly the same. I'm not the sort of, well, I'm not the person that can just read a book and go, oh yeah, sweet, I know what I'm doing. It doesn't work for me. I have to physically watch it and physically do it. Yeah, man, it does help, and you know that's kind of why I wanted to do it, because it's also helping me at the same time, as well as other people. So, overnight confluence with 2 touches at a value area high. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I was counting the retest. Yeah, 100%. So yeah, I'd count the retest there. B setup. Yeah, first one would have been a C for me. Yeah, for me too. I joined Volpro a week ago. Great to see it in action. Yeah. Not too sure if we did actually get the 8. No, it would have been, look, we would have been 1 tick tickled on that. So yeah, 8 points. 8 points a little bit too far-fetched for these market conditions now that volumes died out a little bit. Obviously on market open would have been perfect, or even this this test would have been lovely. Would have squeezed a lot out of that, you know, 19 points if you was psychic. But yeah, I think 5.25 is probably going to be the way to go now, unless we see some crazy movement. Be careful if anyone's thinking about taking that again. Prices now, you know, it's kind of, you know, we're getting to that area where, you know, potentially going to be a breakout. You know, if you want to look at sort of trend line, if you're looking at a, I don't have any trend lines, but I know it's not what we do, but you know, if you want to look out that as some sort of trend line, trend's obviously going up, price is coming back down, touching it, you know, and then you can do the same sort of coming across the top of this price, and then it's going into a box as such, getting tighter and tighter until it eventually goes bang, or you know, bang to the upside. So got to be careful. I know it's not what we're looking at, but just, you know, if you do have other things in mind, you know, it's worth using it, because if this isn't the only strategy in the world, there will be people waiting for that because of where price is. My old trading group that I was in would definitely be looking at this right now, going, right, breakout coming, you know, still prime time New York. The buyers and sellers are fighting it out, you know, not deciding where they want to go. So yeah, expect a breakout potentially, so just be wary now. We've had these 2 touches now. You know, yesterday there was so many touches off that value area high that we had. It was unbelievable. I was just catching them left, right, and center. It was amazing. But that was very rare, very rare. But I'd won so many trades, it didn't matter about taking a loss, because it did actually break out, and I even caught that because I was already in a sell, luckily. So, you know, luckily it worked out in my favor. I was just taking small little trades. It was quite good though. It was a nice little way to do it. No stress. Didn't care about the losses. Probably butchered my. Probably butchered my win percentage, but I made the money, man. That's what I'm interested in. Like, you can still getting tighter now. I'll see what happens. Be nice if it does break out to the downside. Nice little touch again back down. We've got a perfect B set up here waiting for us. That'll be a beauty. That's a really nice trade, that. And depending on your trade size, yeah, look at that. If you're doing 8 points, back up to the upside should be a nice. If we get a nice aggressive push down, and I mean quite aggressive as well. You know, a big long candle bursting through point of control, coming up for the retest, bursting down, nice and aggressive, and then that huge bounce back up straight through TP. That'd be nice. Don't really want to see it consolidate, or you know, sort of slowly go down there. But yeah, if we get some nice energy, that could be a very nice trade to play. That should be a very quick trade, nice and energetic. If we do get down there, definitely 1 or 2 ticks above, probably 2. because we got slapped in the face yesterday, which was really painful because that was an absolutely perfect trade. It was a 1 minute trade, and it hit my entry but didn't tap me in, which is madness. That's like the Forex days. You going for it again, are you? The overnight. Hang on, what did you say? Oh, the overnight, right? Okay, yeah, gotcha. Yeah, good trade though, man. That's a beautiful, trade. That could even really rank it if you really wanted to. You could kind of convince yourself it's an A. You know, maybe a B, high probability B or something like that. You know, or on the edge of the profile. You know, bottom. I know it's obviously value very low, but you know what I mean. It's in a good spot. But you could also get this fall through and this to fill this volume area here. So yeah, we're going to want to see it aggressively push down because it's going to drag value area low up if we can continue to be where we are. Yeah. Yeah, look, and you've got the overnight's volume right on the edge. That is a beauty. That I'd probably say it's an A actually. I'd class that as an A plus setup there, definitely, man. That's a very high probability to have an extremely good bounce off of that. You know, might not, could fall through, fill all this area out. But we got some, yeah, very high probability B or an A setup there for sure, man. Oh, let's get rid of that. That's confusing. Congrats on your win. I'm done for the day. Good luck to the rest of the day. Catch everyone in the school. Yeah, no, nice one, bud. Thanks for joining. Like I said, man, do you know what I mean? Maybe take some time off and reset. Come back stronger. Come back clear-headed. Get yourself down the gym. Have some good workouts. Get in the sauna for a bit. Exercise them demons and go from there, really. See how it goes, man. Definitely get them 50k, size yourself down. Look at it for where do you want to be in a month rather than where do you want to be tomorrow. Because if you're looking at where you're going to be tomorrow, it's probably going to be buying a new account, which I am the king of. Cammy is live tonight, isn't he? I have no idea, buddy, to be honest with you. I have no idea. I haven't been on one of his streams for weeks now, unfortunately. I just haven't been able to catch him. I haven't been doing my evening job, which is mad, so I thought I'd be streaming myself, but to be honest, it's just made me more lazy. So to be honest, I'll probably go back to it. I'm having good success. I got a little bit funny about the New York AM. It took me a week or two to get used to it, because obviously the first few weeks I was only trading the evenings. I think that's why it was a lot more consistent. But yeah, it took me a minute. I was losing a lot of trades, and then they were playing out because the stop loss was too tight, and you know what I mean. It gets to you. What did we get after fees on that anyway? 295. Yeah, good trade, man. That was a good trade. But yeah, this is what we were saying about this initial touch back up here. Probably wasn't the greatest idea if you were in, unless you was just taking a nice small trade. You did get in there, you know, taking your 3 points. Shouldn't really be doing that in New York, but yeah, you've kind of been robbed of another 5-point trade there, really. You know, for a potential push through. So yeah, stay away from that one, guys. If it was me personally, I'd rather miss that and wait for it to do, hopefully, you know, what you'd want it to do if you was in that trade and go down. And in that case, you're probably better off waiting for us to come back down here now. And we can still class this as a B or an A setup. So yeah, wait it out. We're in a rush. We're already up 1. Well, Pete's up 2. Caught that beauty on the first one. That was a lovely trade. That was the one for sure, man. That was perfect. That was a very nice trade. But yeah, yeah, man. Just stick at it. Consistency is key, isn't it? There we go, man. There's that breakout for anyone who got in that third touch. You've unfortunately now been stopped. You was well, nearly been stopped. But if you are, I'd probably get out now. If it was me personally. Oh, take profit always scare me, man. They keep sending me emails, and it's like, I think it said dedicated account. I thought it said deactivated account. I was thinking I'd blown an account or something accidentally. Scary. How many points did we lose on that? If anyone was in a 5 point, you're still in, man. You could still pull it off, but personally, I'd stay away. That could have been the push through. Buyers couldn't win. Sellers come back, but again, I think it's a safe bet. If you are in that trade, I'd probably think about taking that little bit of profit now and just waiting for this trade that we're all going to be hunting for. It's not worth the risk on that, man. You're kind of in a bit of consolidation right now. But that area is getting tight, as I was saying a minute ago, with the sort of trend lines as such. Chuck them up there. Actually, we can have a play around with that. Yeah, we got these. You know, we got this nice tight box coming in. Draw that across there. Look how perfectly it's in that box. We'll watch it run up and see if it pokes through. How they normally do it with trend lines is they wait for it to break. If anyone doesn't know, of course, and then they take the retest off of it. This is normally gonna be a huge reaction. And it normally is as well. Like, I watched them boys in that group win a lot of money using this, but I just couldn't get it. I think it's called the box or something. I don't know what they called it. But interesting to see. Going to break out eventually. It's actually a little bit tight. It needs to be a bit further. There we go. Now we've had two little breakouts now. It'll be a very nice push if we do get, you know, if we are going to go up again. But does anyone know actually why we're on this huge sell-off at the minute? You know, we was on a very upward trend for a while, man, and now it seems to be the opposite. Anyone picked up on some major news or anything? I don't really check the news, to be honest. I'll have a dabble and, you know, see where the red folders are, but I don't go in depth with what they actually are. I don't, you know. The squeeze, that's what the strategy is called. It's just come back to me. It's called the squeeze. He's squeezing in this box and eventually it breaks. It can't hold too much. You see how precise it... Oh dear. I think we lagged out there. Everyone alright? You can see me alright, yeah? 2 secs, the door's going. Oh. Still in that. Just confirm everyone hear me alright and stuff, yeah? So we had an OBS disconnect then for some reason. See what happens. Might be looking at that for, no, it's a bit far actually. No, it's not going to get there. Probably break before that. You're getting itchy, Pete. How many minutes was that? What was that? No, I'm being patient. Do you know what? I feel a lot better today. I was a little bit itchy yesterday. I think I'm going to start getting on a little bit early, a little bit later again. That 1:45, I think, is a good spot for me. When I get in on at 20 past, I see that New York Open, and I get a bit itchy. I want to get in on something. Yeah, I think that nice little power hour. We get on sort of 1:45, have a good hour and a bit. Anyway, let's get off that account. We don't need that. Go on to the other account. I want that V8. Yeah, man, 100%. Definitely looking for a nice push to the downside. But yeah, you can see how this little squeeze strategy is. I mean, I wouldn't use it to take a trade, but it is cool to see how these, directional consolidation, happens as such. It's just mad. I haven't moved that line. That's just following, that is following the trend. Ooh. But you normally see a very explosive breakout. It's quite cool. I haven't used it for God knows how long. Here we go. See if we're going to get that nice aggressive push. Here we go. But yeah, that overnight's value area highs are very, very safe. Not safe, but very, very high probability rebound aggressively as well. Definitely. But we just got to worry about value area low taking control of that, which is a bit of a shame. We have now officially broke out of that trend line. The squeeze. So we should see a continuation, hopefully, to the downside now. We've got previous day's value area high is now a defense plus current value area high. So that should be the poke above. Just swept that area now, looking for a nice push to the downside. Here it comes. Yeah, man. Very well. For anyone who did get in on that third touch, I mean, you've just won that trade. Well done. But risky, and I can imagine you're sweating. What happens with point of control? Yeah, nice push through. Very aggressive. Don't want to see that bounce back now. Not really much point. See if we can squeeze one more trade in before the end of the stream. Not going to push for it. But yeah, I'm sure Pete will sit here all for the rest of the afternoon and catch that VAH, because it probably will hit it. I can definitely see that going back down, a bit like yesterday. It's kind of the exact same thing that happened yesterday. It's quite strange, actually. We've had a very similar market play out. It's very similar to yesterday. Similar sort of times as well. So if it's going to carry on in the same way, the sell is coming. But maybe that's just its reverse psychology it's trying to do for us, you know. We'll see. Be a thing. Head off from here after this. Jump on a bit of gaming, I think. I don't know how I've got back into that, but just been playing a bit of playing a few games. Shut them lines. Let me see if we can show you. Oh no, it's not. Don't worry. The Division 2, yes. Well, yeah, I play the Division 2, but yeah, I mean, if that's what I'm pretty sure that's what you mean anyway. But yeah, man, I love it. I love it. I've been playing it since the day it come out. I haven't gamed for. It's been a long time. But yeah, I'm pretty nerdy on that game. I'll say I thought I was going to go back on there and not be maxed out. I've literally, yeah, I'm still absolutely destroying on the hardest difficulties and whatever. I'm pretty happy. So it's been a bit addictive again this week. Well, last week when I had the week off anyway. I was just playing it all week without, just literally flat out. I didn't stop. From last Thursday to Sunday night, I was just sitting in bed. I went to the gym Thursday, did legs, and I couldn't walk for the rest of the weekend, so I just decided to sit in bed all weekend and play that until I could walk. But yeah, man, I do like the Division. It is a cracking game. I think people even still play the first one. That's the crazy thing. Ask a decent favour from everyone as well, man. Can we get them likes up on the video, on the stream, please? As, yeah, that helps for sure, man. Try and boost the algorithm a little bit. And get some more people in the Volpro. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, man. Get people involved in hopefully making some money, man, changing their lives and other people around them. That's the end goal, of course. Down on here. Be nice to get to that point to start doing some giveaways as well, man. That'd be real cool. Definitely I am in talks as such. I've sent a few requests and a few emails about obviously, you know, partnering with Take Profit Trader and obviously hopefully eventually Apex as well. But I'm nowhere near big enough, I don't think, for that. They've denied me twice now. That was a very good trade going back to that. I'm trying to see, what was that, 2 minutes? What did we get in? 3 minutes again, so 300 in 3 minutes. There you go. £100 a minute. Who wouldn't want to be on that wage, eh? Lewis, do you take one trade per account, basically rotate them, and do you set a max loss per account? Yeah, I do. Yeah, I try. It's hard, man, because it's when I'm disciplined and feeling good like I am today. Yes, I do. I do have a tendency to sometimes when I jump off stream from you guys and sit there and I see something and I think, oh, come on, let's try and get some money back. I get a little bit out of control, but that's why I try to just stick to trading when I'm streaming. But yeah, if I've got multiple accounts, obviously I've only got the 2 today. If for some reason we had already done both the trades and I had one, probably would be a good time to turn it off. Especially if I wasn't streaming, I would definitely, turn off for the day. As weird as it may sound, I try and stick to 1 win per account, as long as it's a juicy one. Do you know what I mean? Like anything over 250 per account, I'm happy with. But 2 losses I will go to, just in case sometimes we can pull them profits back on the second trade, and if we lose, obviously, then yeah, we switch it off and wait till the next day. But yeah, definitely, if you've got multiple accounts, 100%, man. There's no need to try and bang out loads of trades. It's not really worth it, is it? Really, not really worth it at all. You want to keep yourself safe. I think it's more the mental strain. You want to it's nice to obviously be nice to come off with 5 wins in one day, wouldn't it? But it doesn't always happen. But at least then, if you've had 3 wins and 2 losses, or even, well, whatever, yeah, 3 wins, 2 losses, 4 wins, 1 loss, that loss really isn't going to bother you, especially if it's only small. Do you know what I mean? If you're doing the same contract size, same trades, every single trade, and you've had, you've made $250 per trade, so you made $1,000 plus, and you've lost $250, it's not going to hinder you. But if you had done that all on 1 account, although it's still like, oh, it's alright, I'm still up a K, it's almost as well like, fuck, I should be up $12.50. That covers my 80-20 split. I nearly earned $1,000 today. So it's a bit, do you know what I mean? I think you've got to try and take that into account a little bit. Yeah, just try and stick to 1 trade, 1 win, should we say, per account. 1 decent win. I go normally for 2 losses. Depends on market conditions. If there's nothing else going on, I'm not going to try and push for another trade. Yeah, if there's a lot of things going on, or if you've won on all the accounts, and it's early on, I don't know, an hour in, and you've managed to win 5 trades, obviously, yeah, safe option would be to turn it off. But if there's still really, if you've got a couple B setups sitting around, or, yeah, I suppose it trades. But I think consistency-wise, yeah, I think 1 trade per account, switch to the other, and just, take them wins. Especially if they're pro as well, do you know what I mean? It's alright. I mean, eval's a little bit different, but I'm trying to trade the same on every account now, because it's the consistency beats everything overall. If I do exactly what I'm doing now for the rest of the year, consistently every single day, I am going to make money. It's pretty much guaranteed. Not 100%, obviously, but it's very much a very high possibility. If you want to put it in trade, it's an A+ trade for me to do the same thing every day. Even if I had 2 accounts and I took 2 trades in 10 minutes, I was like, right, guys, good trades. I'll see you later. I'll see you tomorrow. I'm still overall going to be, there's a very high probability I'm going to be, I'm going to have a few quid in the pocket by the end of the year. That's for sure. So, yeah, I think a thing for me as well with the breakthrough over the last few weeks, especially since doing this, learning volume profile, it stopped me from thinking about getting rich tomorrow. Now I'm like, thinking about being rich in the future, which is obviously, the key. Not rich, but you know what I mean? Like just being consistently profitable, should I say. It's not about the money. Actually being good at something and actually being consistent and persistent with something. That's what I'm looking for mainly. I mean, obviously, I want a few shiny pennies, that's for sure, but sometimes thinking about the money is the thing that burns you. Even No, who was in here earlier, he sounds exactly like what I was doing a little while ago, and I'm just trying to get that. I just want to get it to pro, and then I'll be consistent. And I'm still doing that. I did that yesterday. I'm still doing it as such now, but I'm trying my hardest not to do that. But it's very hard, man, especially when you've been doing it for such a long time. I've been basically gambling for 85% of my trading career, do you know what I mean? So it's very hard to just now change and become this reserved trader who does the same thing over and over and stick to the same rules, and it is hard. I get what you're saying. It's very hard. I understand it. I'm in the same boat, but I'm getting there, man. Yeah, to answer that without the 10-minute waffle. Yeah, one trade per account and then rotate them. Yeah, you literally said it perfectly. For a max loss, like I said, really, you don't really, depends on the account size. 50k, I mean, even 250, like that's quite a big hit. A big hit, really, when you think about it. But I wouldn't go more than 500 a day, and I mean that's bad. You know, that's a quarter of your account, so that's not ideal, to be honest. But it is what it is, man. If you're making consistent money on another account, although you're still theoretically losing money, if you're confident, you're not just gambling the trades, you're just taking higher risk trades, then I suppose you can kind of validate that one. But I mean, you've got people that are really reserved. You know, I've got, you know, people that I know that have been trading, and you know they've made a couple K over their Apex accounts or whatever. They've made like a couple grand over the last sort of like 8-9 months. You know, very consistent, barely spent any money as such, as far as I'm aware anyway, on trading. You know, hasn't only blown a few accounts, whereas I've blown dozens. But it's like when we was working out yesterday that, you know, especially in the UK, at the worst possible rate, you could be losing 85% of your total income from trading because of tax, conversion, you know, profit splits, blah-de-da-de-da. So it's like, when you look at it, like, you're probably better off going to get a job in Tesco's. You know what I mean? Or, you know, working another job, a second job or something from your first job, because you'd earn more. If you theoretically, if he's going to withdraw 2k, he's going to be lucky to get like 700-800 quid of that. So over like 8 months, that's £100 a month. Not, you know what I mean? You got to try and take them things into account. But I do feel like you've got to get through a stage. You've got to pop out the other side of all this. You know, it's very rare that you find someone, or that I've heard of, that's just come into trading and just been making money straight away. Like I think there's very large barriers you've got to break through, and it's whether you want to do it quick or whether you want to do it slow, whether you want it to hurt the bank or whether you want it to hurt your pride, you know, or just hurt your time and you lose a lot of time. Like there's just, you know, so many different ways of going through it. But I feel like everyone has to do, you know, everyone's going to blow accounts. You're not the only one. I used to think I used to get a bit embarrassed. You know, everything's going to happen. Things are going to go down, man. It's just what you're willing to risk and how quick you want to do it. The quicker you're going to do it, I think the more you're going to blow, because the higher risk you're doing, you know. Yeah, I do that. If I take 1 or 2 losses on an eval, all bets are off and the fingers bashing timeline. yeah, 100%, man. Trust me, man. I'm bad for it. I'm really bad. I even did it on stream yesterday. I know it played out, but I was about 2 ticks from losing that 50k as well. Do you know what I mean? So that was lucky. I remember the streamer Pine Tree said it took him 3 years to get his first payout. Now he is banking daily profits. We're all on our own. Yeah, 100%, man. I've been sort of on and off trading for years, probably 3. I wouldn't say I was trading, but I was dabbling in it. I was just clicking buttons, but you know, actually learning a strategy coming up to about a year. And I've already had obviously I've had a good few payouts now, so I'm all good. Taking fairly consistent, at least weekly payouts. Jeez, yeah, I'm doing all right. But then you got to ask yourself, if I'd found Cammy's channel then, and you know, or if I'd started trading now and I'd found the channel still and I'd followed this, maybe I would have been doing it straight away. But then I haven't got the experience of just general trading, and you know, you got all that fear and all that money running around, and you see all this money going up and down, and I just feel like it's the same with anything, man. That, you know, consistency and repetition of the same thing. And I've seen, you know, I've been in funded accounts and I've made 11 grand in fucking 10 seconds, and then I've lost accounts in less than, you know, 2 seconds, and all that. I've got it. I feel like I'm hoping that that's what I've got. I've got that all out the way now, and that now I'm just on, you know, hopefully on this journey to, you know, make some money, and hopefully, yeah, just trying to take it slow. I've slowed down stopped. You know, I could have passed. Well, I wouldn't have been able to pass my account, but I could have been $300 away from passing my account right now if I'd done 4 contracts on that trade. But then I could also be on 49,600 or something. It's that risk, isn't it? It's all about risk. To, you know, is the risk you're taking worth the reward? And that is obviously the name of trading. So, you know, you look at what some people are risking on their trades, man. It's madness. But the more confident you are, and the more hurdles you've jumped over, and the more repetitions you've got in, and the more punches you've took, and the more punches you've given, you're gonna get stronger, more resilient, and that's obviously the key. I would say mental. It's I think it's majority mental. Have you got the discipline to sit here and watch all of these little trades play out? That you go, I could have got in there. I could have made an extra 100 there. Could have done this. Could have done that. You know, we could have sold off of every single time it's touched this so far and made money. But 1, have you got the bottle to do it? 2, have you got the discipline to not do it and watch it play out and wait for the proper? There's just so many factors. I think it's just that you just got to keep going, man. And Cammy said a really, really good thing on his stream a few weeks ago when I was on it, and he said basically along the lines, the best thing you can do, really, you know, it's not word for word, but it's kind of what he was getting at. Correct me if I'm wrong, obviously, if anyone knows what I'm talking about, but from what I picked up from what he said was, you know, along the lines of, you need to try and figure out very early on if trading's actually for you. If you're doing this just to make money, and you don't care about trading, you're not really that passionate about it as such. Like, I love watching the charts. I enjoy it. I've always enjoyed it. I think it's fascinating. And obviously the money comes second. But if it's not for you, you need to stop now before you get in too deep, which is obviously the point that I'm at. So if I wanted to stop now, I've just got this massive debt basically hanging over my head, and I'm going to, for the rest of my life, think, all that money I wasted doing that. All that money. I got nothing out of it, and I didn't even stick to it. You know, it's kind of like a university sort of thing, if you want to put it in that, mate. It's a big thing to go into if you're not going to be fully committed to it. You know, a lot of people are, I just want to copy your trade, or I just want to do this and just get rich. And it's like, you know, what if I'm not around forever, or what if someone else isn't around forever? What if Cammy's not around forever? Do you know what I mean? And there's people that ain't going in the course and not really learning it for themselves. They're just copying his trades and hoping for the best for the rest of their life. Like, you know, you got to have that that mix of either don't spend any money and just maybe try it, you know, waste a couple £100 on a few accounts and maybe just copy trade some people and see if you can make some money and go that way and just keep switching around until the day comes when you don't do it anymore. But or fully commit and just be prepared that you are going to lose and probably going to get. I don't know any trader that hasn't, you know, got himself in debt, or not that I know many traders, but from the stories I've heard, very rarely is there someone that's just come in and he's been really conservative straight away, and you know, he's done everything correct, and everything's going groovy. Like, they've all been, I mean, any successful person really, unless they come from a silver spoon, or even them, like any hard person that's made it has all been, whatever it is they've, you know, become successful in. Very, very rarely has that happened without anything going wrong, or some major loss, or major debt, or oh my god, I was at the lowest area of my life at that point before it started to go. Do you know what I mean? There's always, the body grows under stress, and unfortunately, if you don't get that stress, which trading will definitely give you a lot of, you know, probably, you know, you need to dive, you need to get in deep, man. I think. I don't mean just start whacking accounts and blowing them. I just mean there's a lot of hurdles to jump over before you finally go, oh, this is all I needed to do all along. Why didn't I do that from the start? But I just don't think it works like that. I think it's such a weird thing, especially to enjoy. But I do. I generally enjoy it. I could sit here watching it all day. Even with demo, I don't use demo accounts anymore, but I used to do it with demos all the time, just do these huge trails and, you know, try all sorts of things, man. I've been addicted to it for the last year. There's not been a day in the last year that I have not looked at the chart. I don't think I've not looked, apart from the month I had off. But I still had little browse from time to time and just seeing where price was. But you know what I mean? I haven't really had a break as such, unless it was intentional. First thing I do in the morning, check the charts. Last thing I do at night, check the charts. or the school group now, to be fair, and in the morning. But yeah, I think that was a good bit of advice from Cami. Is, you know, fizzle out if this is really for you now, before you get in too deep, because once you know, you might, even if it's £1,000 you've spent on funded accounts and other stuff, and you know you've got a debt of £1,000, you're then sitting there, I need to make that £1,000 back. Then you get to 5, then you get to 10, which, you know, I'm probably there as well. Do you know what I mean? There's some hurdles, man. But I'm at that point now where it's like, what I'm doing, keep trying to make it too quickly, clearly isn't working. That's why I'm in the situation I'm in. So let's just slow it down, set a goal for the end of the year, and then next year will be the goal where I'm like, right, I'm taking it every day like it's my life on the line as such, with, I want to be consistent. Shit, why did I take that trade? You know, take it real easy. Hey man, started prop trading. Really appreciate your feedback. Starting with 5k in prop. Oh, well done, man. Yeah, no worries. Obviously, yeah, appreciate you joining the stream and everything, buddy. Just out of interest, what prop firm are you using? Because 5k is, I mean, I never even heard of a 5k. Not on futures anyway. Obviously Forex. I think there's small ones, but yeah, fivers. Sorry, I'm a little bit thrown off. But yeah, going back, obviously, yeah, really good bit of advice from Cami there. Fizzle it out. Is this for you? If not, probably best to walk away now. Just be very careful and don't get yourself in too deep, because there's definitely some hurdles you're going to go through. And I don't think you get to the making it point without jumping them hurdles. There's no underpass, that's for sure. Unless you're Pete, he just seems to be winning them all. He gets all the trades. I miss out. Not call him. He calls some of the trades out too. But I mean, I sit there and talk about the trade, don't get tapped in, and he's like, yeah, 1-to-1 done. I'm in and out. But yeah, he's very confident in the strategy, as you can see, and so he should be as well, because it is good. Even what he said earlier about it's a 70% win rate, enter them all, he's right. I mean, all the ones you miss because you were like, oh, it's only a C or it's only this, you know, that could be the winner. Then you wait for the B, and that's the one that flops. So, sorry, so Axel, is that what, fivers? Is that a prop firm? Discipline is my biggest challenge. Walking away is my hardest thing. Yeah, man, 100%. It is hard. It is very hard. Fivers. Oh shit, yeah, it's actually a prop firm. What, and that's futures, a 5k futures prop firm. Oh, it doesn't even let you see the account sizes without fucking... So far making 100 a day, and I never overtrade. Once this is done, or my trading limit per day is reached, I'm out. So far made 655 in 7 days. Fucking hell, fair play, man. Well done. Yeah, fair play, bro. Yeah, that's good stuff, man. Not futures. Yeah, I thought that. It sounds like Forex. Definitely, I don't think you could even, or you can't even trade. Well, I suppose you could have. Oh no, that'd be a lot of risk, wouldn't it? Jesus, well, yeah, I suppose you could have 5 no, what is it? It's $1,000 per contract on. Oh, that's NQ, isn't it? I'm thinking of NQ. NQ's $1,000 per contract. Right, yeah. Yeah, no, fair play, mate. It's decent stuff. That's really good though, man. What strategy do you use out of interest? Not looking too good here, guys, either. I mean, we're in that heavy consolidation range. Probably think about heading off. Give it another 15 minutes, see if we can get a nice push down. We want to see something aggressive though. Really, we don't want to see no gentle push down there. Really, we want to see a nice push down, aggressive candle tap, bang. Is Cami doing a vid on a D-shaped profile? I don't know. I don't speak to him obviously personally, but I'm sure we can obviously chuck that in the group if you're not in it, and he will definitely, or ask him if he's on stream later. He has got them in the group obviously when you buy the course, but I'm not sure about his. Do you know what? I haven't been on Cami's YouTube for so long because obviously we're in the group now and everything's in there. So yeah. But yeah, if he's streaming tonight, definitely be sure to chuck a comment in there and give him an ask, and he will do it regardless. I think he might have. I don't know. Like I said, I went through Cami's YouTube sort of as it's in bits over different periods of time with the volume profile, so it's a bit all over the place. Oh, there's nothing in the group. Yeah, drop him a message then, man. Are you sure there's nothing in the group? I'm pretty sure there might be. I don't think it's in the course. It'll be in the breakdowns. I think it'll probably be in the breakdown area or the. I haven't really been through it myself, but I'm sure there was something about it in that bit. It won't be in the course though, I don't think. It might be. I don't know. Not for D shape in the classroom bit. Oh, okay. No worries. Yeah, he'll. Yeah. Don't ask, don't get sort of thing. Give him a message, man. I mean, it's content for him at the end of the day, so he's definitely not going to shy away from it. Obviously, who wouldn't? Who would? Sorry. My base is always a good flow of price action along with good support and resistance with some basic indicators to confirm the side of the trend, and that's it. Keep it simple and basic. Yeah, man. Fair play. Yeah, decent, man. Fair play to you. I mean, I was going to say, would you be interested in jumping over to obviously futures, but yeah. I mean, you seem to be doing well, man. That's the decent thing about only earning a little bit of money a day is you're also only losing a little bit of money a day. So, that mental strain isn't really there because you can... I mean, even on a live account, 100 quid, it's not a lot, is it? Yeah, man, sounds good. Keep it consistent, keep it clean, keep it simple, keep it basic. Very well said. Yeah, nothing looking to happen here. It would be nice to get another trade in, really. We get another win on the table for today. That would be real nice. A little bit of a bounce off this D shape here. We're fading from top to bottom. Anyone who's in that. Using value area low as a extra defense. Not really my style, but definitely something Cami will use. Probably not in this conditions, but he has mentioned it for sure. Yeah, I think once Cami's obviously, he's done the move and, things are settled down, he'll be obviously back making everything pop again. But even still, man, even with him being a little bit quieter, the group is booming, which is amazing to see, actually. Really good to see. We're going to hold out, see what we can get, see what the reaction is off a value area low. If we get a push back up, I'll probably call it there, guys. We want to see a bit of an aggressive push through, really. More or less, I am based in India, so 100D is like 1,000 rupees. So it's more than the average income per day, actually. So it's like a fortune. Still learning a lot. Yeah, man. I'm still surprised that yesterday when we had the Aussie in here, and he was saying about the conversion rate from dollar to AUD dollar, and then NZD as well, New Zealand dollar. I mean, that's crazy. We lose money over here. $1,000 here. I think I don't even know. It ain't a lot. You lose quite a bit. Plus, then you got 80-20 split. If I draw $1,000 out, I'm lucky to get 600 quid. So after conversion and the 80-20 split, which is annoying. Oh god, that money that means nothing to me, bud. But if it's making your life better, man, then fucking fair play to you. That's what we're looking for, obviously. course. My monthly expensive here in Argentina are around $600 to $800 a month. I can get a couple TPTs. I could cover my monthly expenses in one day and one. Yeah, man, 100%. We're already up $300 just on one contract a day. So we can get another trade in there, and there's your money. There's your monthly wages. Enjoy the rest. God, I wish my expenses were that small. Fucking hell. I wouldn't even need to, well, I don't need to trade anyway, but you know what I mean. I wouldn't even need the money. It would probably make my trading so much easier because I'd have no worries about it. Maybe that would make it too easy. I need the struggle. I need the struggle. Yeah, not looking good here, man. Not looking good here at all. It's anyways my side hustle, but to be fair, my side hustle pays more than my job. That's weird actually, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy, man. Beautiful tap there, looking in hindsight off a value area high. Nice wick through. That was lovely. Even if he was in here, not much of a drawdown at all. That was a very nice little touch. To a, you know, if we had a first trade off of here, tiny bit of drawdown, the same as the last one. Wouldn't have got the full 8 points, but in this I would have done 5.25 anyway, just because of the conditions. Yeah, no stress on the drawdown there. Nice push. What was that? 2-minute trade, 3-minute trade again, and then for a second. Ooh, for a second. Yeah, same sort of thing. Couple minutes, what's that? A bit longer, 5-10 minute trade. Yeah, hindsight trading is the best trading. But at the time, we all know that wasn't looking good, so. Before we had this break, that was where the trend lines were. Yeah, not looking good, man. We've had 2 touches off the edge of this D-shaped profile, for anyone who doesn't know. Had 2 touches off of here. As you can see, 2 tests, unable to break through. Now pushing back up. So I think that's where we're going to be for a while until we get that breakout. So I'm gonna call it there. I think we've had 1 win. We're all good on that. We can enjoy that. No point sitting here waiting for a loss, unless we're going to see something happen quick. Gonna Jet Lewis, really appreciate your streams, man. Not much happening now. I've made my day. Yeah, 100%, man. Me too. I mean, you got a potential another sell here if you're really confident. Could get a nice rejection now off up here, but might actually take that, to be fair. See what we get. If we get a push through, I'd prefer to take it off value area high. See if we're going to get that tick for tick push and a rejection. See if we can get another 5 points. $925. Are we definitely on this account? Yeah. Middle account. Yeah. Oh. Oh, I don't know about this, you know. I'm a bit weary now. I think I've missed me entry. Yeah, no, we're going to leave that alone. Not liking that at all. Very aggressive. We will watch it. We'll see. We'll give it the push up. Wait a few more minutes. See what happens. Yeah, no, we'll definitely leave that alone. That was very lucky. Thankfully, that account thing got stuck on the screen because I was literally just about to put my entry in. And no. Oh, there it is. And let's see what would have happened. We'll see that get pushed through the stop. See if we're going to push now up. We've had that breakaway. Perfect trade there. If anyone did get in using the profiles, the current developing profiles, that was absolutely, I mean, on the tick. You know, perfect trade. I'm just not very confident. I'm not confident enough to trust them right now. But obviously, hindsight, you know, we would have used the edge of this as a fade back to the upside, and using the value area low as the extra confluence or extra defense as a little bit of extra confidence in the trade. Yeah, nice push above. Did you get in that one, Pete? For anyone who did take that off value area high, or you've probably been stopped, depending on how tight your entry was. May I ask whether you are doing it full time? As in, I stream every day. Well, obviously 5 days a week as long as I'm home from work in time, which, you know, majority of the time I definitely am. No, mate, too much risk. Yeah, 100%. I was thinking the same. I mean, it might play out, to be fair, but yeah, no, I trade 5 days a week, bud. Same sort of time. I normally jump on around sort of like the 9:30ish just for the open. Been getting on a little bit later, sort of 15 minutes after the open, just because I don't normally trade till after half an hour, so 10 a.m. New York time. Just stops me from getting into them, you know, very volatile areas. I get a bit tempted sometimes. I was suffering a little bit too many losses in the first half hour, so I normally jump on, you know, about 9:45 a.m. New York time, and yeah, stream through until we get to areas like now when, you know, there's not really much we're going to be looking at now. If we do break above, we've got a long way to go to our next sort of target area, unless we're going to wait for a retest of the value area high, which is obviously going to get dragged up, so we won't really be looking for that. So it'll be previous day's value area high. It's probably going to be a bit of a risky ask, so yeah, man. Yeah, I think we're about to see that push now. That's going to be quite explosive, I would say, to the upside if it's going to go any second now. The orders are starting to come in. There's buyers now sitting behind all that. How many accounts you got, Pete? Must be stacking a few up now, bud. There we go. There's the push, guys. See that? So we should see some explosiveness now. Got 4. Yeah, nice, bud. Nice fucking, yeah, fair play. Let's see a nice push now, I think, into the no man's land for today anyway. See what happens. Half an hour candle just hit. Oh. Maybe. There's a lot of buyers down there. Lot of buyers. He's going. Strange market today, eh? get these little pushes to consolidation. Strange. I thought it was going to blow out by now. I might even be looking at it coming back down. You know, this could have played out. Very strange. Some decent fades if we're just using profiles today, man. Sub to you seem very positive. Big win, and we will surely talk daily basis. Yeah, no worries, bud. Thanks. I appreciate the subscribe, mate. Very much appreciated. But yeah, I'll be on same sort of time every day, man. I normally chuck you'll see it come up. I was putting them, so after the stream, I was normally then putting the other stream on again for the same time tomorrow, but work's been a little bit more busy at the minute, so can't always guarantee I'm going to be there. It's very rare that I don't make it on, but yeah, save me just not turning up. I'd rather, when I get home, I then set the stream up and I know exactly what time I can be on. But yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, I'm going to head off now anyway, man. This is nothing, I'm not interested in anything here, man. Look like it's going to break out to the upside now anyway again. But yeah, very strange market conditions today. Unpredictable. So I will maybe speak to you boys later on Cammy's stream. Yeah, that's another one, Axel. If you want to, obviously our mentor Cammy Capital, he should be streaming tonight around, is it 2:30 New York time? I think it is 7:30 British time, London time. Yeah, this is his strategy as such, and he's very, very good at it. If you're interested in learning more about the volume profile and this style of trading, then definitely check out his live streams, man. You'll learn a lot. He can explain things a lot better than what I can, man, for sure. There we go. There's that breakout. Let's see if she's gonna explode. Sure, thanks. Yeah, nice one, bud. Yeah, right, I'm heading off, guys. I don't want to sit here and get tempted to try and do what I did yesterday. It's not worth it. I will speak to you later, or I will for sure see you tomorrow for the AM session again, man. Hopefully we can get another trade in. Thanks for joining, and I will see you all tomorrow.